What's going on, guys? JFC here. We finally know when Team of the Season is coming and what's coming this Friday. So we're going to get into all of that in this video today and also look at some leaks as well. We actually have a couple leaks to look at for not just the warm-up stuff also. And now that we know what's going to kind of happen here, we can kind of talk about what the market might do over the next week or so. If you guys don't want to deal with trading at all, you guys can go to the link in my description. Go to u7buy.com. They're a fast and very, very reliable coin service. The 5% tax is also covered. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Thank you to U7Buy for sponsoring the video. Now let's get back to it. Content today was pretty dry. We have the 87 plus mixed campaign player pack, which actually, like, all things considered, when you look at party bags, party picks, or whatever you want to call them, this is probably one of the better ones of that, considering the selection of players. You've got Road to the Final, Fantasy FUT Heroes, and FUT Birthday. Pretty good stuff there, but still, it's only one squad needed. It's repeatable once every 2 days. 87 rated with the team of the week is just not very good. It really is just, odds are you're not going to get something good out of that. Just save up your fodder for team of the season, please. These are almost always scam picks, so just try and stay away as much as you can. 84 times 7, of course, is refreshing on a daily basis. And also what we got is the premium mixed league upgrade expiring in 3 days. Why is the font small? What the fuck? We've got the premium bronze and silver upgrades expiring in 1 day and 13 hours. So what my guess is, now that we know that team of the season warm-up is coming, what I'm guessing is going to happen here is sometime over the next week, we're going to have these refreshed. That's my guess. Same with like the premium mixed leagues, right? This expires in 3 days. My guess is this will be used as like a day of content, right? Something like that, like on a random Tuesday or something like that coming up this next week. We'll have a content day of the mixed league upgrades coming back with maybe slight changes, but probably nothing too crazy. And then have the bronze and silver upgrades also come back, and like probably right on the same time as my guess. Also, funnily enough, remember the was it the daily dip objective? Is that what it was called? Yeah, it's never showed back up again. We literally had like 2 days of it. It was a really like nice objective to do and rewarded players for playing on a daily basis, and it's gone. They got rid of it because it was glitched, and they have not brought it back since. So we probably won't see that anymore, if I had to guess. Also reminding you guys that the season ends in 1 week, so if you want to get your games in for the new season rewards that will come out next week, then go for it. You got a week to do so. I'm not gonna try and get the highest rank here. It's literally one extra 100k pack, pretty much. I mean, that's just not worth it. The season rewards are just bad. If you remember last year, they actually made them better. I think it was earlier in the year too, they made them better, but we'll see if they do that for this next season coming up in a week, because they should, but will they? Probably not. Let's begin. So we do for sure have the TOTS warm-up coming this Friday, and then the regular team of the season starts on the 28th, and we also have the Eredivisie team of the season coming out with the community team of the season. That was the exact same as last year, so I wonder if we're gonna have the exact same team of the season schedule as last year. That could be a possibility here. A warm-up starts this week, including many objectives, warm-up cup, and more. So okay, the sweaty ass cups will be back. SBC's 81 times 11 from top 5 leagues. That's very interesting. I'm sure 82s to like 85s are going to be huge investments probably coming up here soon. We'll talk about that. And then daily login stuff as well, and many more. So a lot of opportunities to save packs for team of the season here for sure. So we've got some interesting leaks here actually to start with. We have these players will be re-released in objectives. So these 4 cards are going to be re-released in some kind of objective. I'm assuming it's going to be more draft objectives would be my guess. Maybe re-up on the draft token upgrade, because I believe that expires soon. So we have 89 El Sharawi. He's probably the only really usable card here. Jordi Alba 88, Zoboslai 89, and Willock 87. Mostly going to be fodder for most people, but the draft objectives are always a good time. The only game mode in FIFA right now, apart from weekend league qualifying, with open matchmaking. So isn't that something? This is kind of what I'm expecting the content for the next week to sort of be like, right? Objectives and random sort of things being released like this, like draft objectives, to just keep people engaged with the game before team of the season. Keep people grinding something to save up stuff for team of the season. That's probably what I'm expecting to see over the course of really this whole next week coming up here. The 8111 for specific leagues is also leaked, and if I remember right, these were actually in the game, I want to say last year, maybe it was team of the year, but I remember these being honestly worse than you think. Like 8111 for like a specific league sounds amazing, like Premier League 81 times 11, you're thinking you got a really good chance at team of the season cards there, but if I remember right, they were bad. So we'll have to just wait and see, of course, but the weight was worse than I remember on those. So next leak here is Ashley Cole, team of the year icon SBC. If you've watched watched my last stream I did, I actually packed this guy, and I love him. He's a very, very good left back. He's going to be a good SBC to do, I'm sure. Another thing that EA are going to release to try and get you to put in your fodder pre-team of the season. You know what to do. You know what to stay strong. But yeah, so Ashley Cole there, set to come in. We have another one, too. This is this Nesta card. Team with your icon SBC / objective. We don't know for sure. He maybe could be an objective, but I'd lean towards SBC. Nesta, I think his defending is fantastic. His pace is just a little bit too low, so I'm assuming he's going to be really, really cheap to do. But I don't mind releasing him because I want them to release every single icon, so if he gets released, you know, I'm okay with it, even though I'm probably not going to do him myself. Also, here we got some EAFC stuff, and there was this tweet here from like a Brazilian news article, I believe, talking about the possibility of the Brazilian league being an EAFC, and, you know, here's the quote here translated, so it's kind of a rough translation. I think the creation of the league is a great opportunity for us to ensure that we reinforce our commitment to the Brazilian market, and I'm sure we will be able to share more once this league is set up. So I'm assuming they're trying to get the Brazilian league rights into EAFC. FIFA Ultimate Team here says the dream is still alive, and it does look like they're trying to get the Brazilian league at least for EAFC. So yeah, the Eredivisie TOTS is coming, and Javi Simons, I mean, we're going to start to see cards that are going to be insane coming into the game very, very soon. If you're thinking about buying a huge team, you got 8 million coins, you want to get good weekend league results this weekend, just remember what cards are coming into the game in 1 week from now, pretty much. I mean, this Javi Simons card could have 5-star skills for all we know. Yes, he'll be expensive, but as like a week or two goes on, as more team of the season cards enter the game, he'll drop in price. There's going to be a lot of really, really insane cards for very cheap. And now we do have the confirmed TOTS release dates here. We saw this in yesterday's video, but it wasn't confirmed. This is now confirmed. You want to like pause and see all the release dates, you sure can. But the interesting part here is the extra teams. So Eredivisie, of course, you got the EFL, Saudi League, Portuguese League, Turkish League, Belgian League, rest of the world, and the MLS. So a lot of leagues coming in. I mean, just look at the cards here. You got Leao and Rashford and Mbappe. I mean, it's really going to be a fun time to be on Ultimate Team. And also Ultimate Team of the Season. I saw some comments, you know, asking what is Ultimate Team of the Season. If you don't know, it's like just all of the best of players from all of the leagues combined into one team. So you'll have like Haaland and Rashford from the Premier League, and then you'll have like Messi and Mbappe from Liga and etc. All into one team in the Ultimate Team of the Season. Let's check out this market. And what are we seeing right now? Well, nothing much. It's just staying pretty much the same as we saw. In fact, it's actually getting sold off a little bit harder than we saw yesterday even. Aloeron, 590s, down a little bit from where he was. Only thing really to be interested in right now is Trophy Titans Team 2 players, because they're very, very supplied. They're very, very good. And there's a decent chance they could make some moves here because we have a gap between this Trophy Titans Team 2 and Team of the Season. I think if you want to, maybe after marquee matchups today, because we're always going to get that on Thursdays, maybe if you want to look at a Laurent Blanc possibly, or a Steven Gerrard, even a Marco van Basten, there are some opportunities for some quick flips here going into like Saturday, you could say, for sure. Holding on for a couple days, see if they rise up a little bit. I think you could expect a little bit of profit here for sure. These are the only cards I'm interested in at all as we inch closer to the promised land. Team of the Week 25 came out today, and it wasn't great. Let's be honest, one of the worst Team of the Weeks yet. Antoine Griezmann, though, is something, I guess. He's got 3-star weak foot, though, on this card, so not ideal. And Yaki Williams is in there, John Stones, and Spinazzola, Carlos Vela. There's just nothing much. There's really not much to talk about here. There was a 92 pace center back from La Liga, which I guess is something, but don't be too worked up about finishing high in weekend league this weekend, because your Reds are going to be awful regardless. Now, the best investments right now for sure is going to be fodder, and I think it's going to be the lower end stuff still, I think, is great. We are seeing the lower end stuff starting to rise up. 85s actually is already up like 6, 7, 800 coins right now. They're going to go probably only higher. The supply is going to dry up here for sure. People are going to save packs, not going to open too many. And we should see a pretty big demand of some sort of SBCs hitting the game shortly. Upgrades and gamble packs, etc. And fodder should do good with all of that. I think every rating is a good club stock if you want to do that. All the way up to the closest of the world at 85k, 93 rated. Just buy one of each, and that way you're not sitting it unassigned forever. I think you're looking at like easy profit here if you just buy one of each. I really do think so. And also don't forget Openda. Still have no idea where he is. I thought he'd come a little bit sooner than actually he has, and maybe he'll come today, but still waiting on it. It's going to be a very good SBC, very completed SBC, I think, especially with the skill moves or weak foot boost. So outside of that, last thing really is PSG and EA partnership is in danger of collapsing for EAFC. And Frappe incoming. So obviously, I think that this is kind of more a rumor than it has real substantial evidence behind it. I think EA would fight tooth and nail to keep the rights for PSG, but the thing is, even if they lost it, it's going to be the same thing as when EA lost Juventus. It might not be called PSG, but the likenesses of Messi and Neymar and Mbappe will still be in the game all the same. They just won't have their stadium and they won't have their kits and stuff like that. So it's not the end of the world by any means, but I guess there is a little bit of a rumor right now saying they could lose PSG, but all the players players are still going to be all the same. So it's not that big of a deal if it did happen to occur. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you all for watching. And I think that's it. I love you all. See you next video very soon. Peace.